And we're live. Welcome, guys. And actually, I should probably say ladies, because I think it's more likely that if there are any viewers tonight, they will be ladies, because they normally are. How's everyone doing? Thank you for showing up today. We're working on part 2 for this tutorial of this beautiful small pink labradorite. Things could change at any moment on how I'm doing this. Just because I'm gonna grab the the marquees and yeah, we're gonna go with it. So right on the sides here, we're gonna put something spiky. Finally. I've been good. How are you doing, Iris? I wasn't on too long ago. I was wanting to be back sooner. I'm in the middle of finals. Like, everyone's lucky I don't have my book playing in the background. Actually, sorry. Is that going to bother you? I can't. It's the middle of a freaking tutorial. I can't have possibly inflammatory political science books playing. I'm okay. I'm under a lot of stress. Finals. I got to keep the business in the red so I can try to sink it next year. How are you? So I'm going to take... yeah, my tutorials are live streams. Awesome. I'm going to take this piece of 24 gauge wire. Now, for what I'm about to show, you can use any thickness of wire. You'll want to change it proportionate to the gemstones you use. And pretty much go with that. Yes, the notification turning your light back on. What light? And I did turn notification sounds down. Now, this into an area that my hands will actually be. So, now that I've got this folded in half, and this is called a bow tie setting, because mine kind of sucks. Feel free to look up other tutorials. I'm learning, guys. Gonna wrap some thinner wire, like 30 gauge. Oh. I mean, you don't gotta stay up on my count. I was just randomly doing part 2 of this tutorial because I'm trying to get more content up and give people a reason to actually show up to my channel. I noticed it says we have a lurker. Let's see what that's about. I am the lurker. Congratulations, Tyler. You got 2 people, and you're one of them. And then there's your loyal fan, Iris, who has been here since, like, day 1. Hey, Iris, did you notice my floor? Look at that. Yeah, I know it's still pretty messed up, but I mean, far cry better than last time. Oh, people watching in the future, I done goofed. It does look cleaner. I got me a broom and paid one of my roommates to come take out trash today. Oh god. Okay, I'm up. Sorry to people watching in my stroke of brilliance before this live stream, which I had prepared and planned for so well. It was not important enough for me to remember to fill my quit smoking apparatus. That's what I'm gonna call it. Stop smoking help. Yeah, no, that's just dying. Oh. Sometimes I just feel brilliant. I can still see you, Iris. I'm still here and paying attention to you. Okay, I am back. We're not going to make the mistake that a certain genius crafter that I know would probably make. Not that she's like good at forgetting things like that. We're not dropping sterling silver on the ground. Your cherry blossom, huh? Is that the is it a tiara or a crown? So first we're gonna wanna bend those back. And the way we do so it'll work. It's gonna make it look like kind of like a messed up W. I'm just straightening things. Now, you're going to take each of these little pieces on this that have come down to the side. You're going to bend them down. A crown. I'm going to do a crown one of these days. I can't promise that I'll do it on film, although that would be... If I put a wrapped crown up and did a decent job, do you think that would make me like instantly famous? Or infamous, like kind of famous, not really famous, but... Oh no. You just... You're a freaking idiot. We do not have another one bites the dust cue today. VOI. Hello, Alexis Tate. Welcome. How are you doing today? Once we get this placed, or figure out where it's, if it's, and this isn't quite enough. For this, I'm going to angle it down a little bit. Then I'm going to... Oh, man. Out of frame again. Okay. So, you get the little stone in there. And if you can keep your contours that would look really cool, Iris. And then once you get here, you just want to bend it over the top of the stone the best you can. Now, I've set hundreds of stones in these bow tie settings, and each time I get a little better at it, and it's still a pain, and I'm still a noob, it feels like. Then you want to swirl this right back into the center, like where it came from. possibly compress it a little bit. Iris, do you know what VOI means? It seems Miss Tate. Millery? Hat making? I have no clue on that. I'm gonna be honest, if I make a crown, it's gonna be in like sterling silver at least. And it's gonna be solid. Ow, wow. What the hell is that? I know what that is. I have no idea what VOI means either. But it appears that the good Miss Tate has left. Seems she made an appearance to give me some sort of advice and then dipped out, which was very kind of her. Now, you want to get these two together and wrap them up with this thin wire of it's either 30 or 32 gauge I'm using. Now, other people do this differently. Some people will literally create the frame one side, then the other side without the stones being in there. Oh, God. I've got a roll of steel that I would use as nothing but trip wires. Now I'm going to flatten this. I'm going to check the integrity of my stone to make sure that it's in there. And I do this, I think this is a good idea for new people at this. Maybe you might want to practice the other way where you do one side and the other. But this way you don't like do the whole thing. Yeah, tripwire. And then uh and then find out that you messed up and a certain stone doesn't fit. Yep, definitely going to be a 3-stone piece, especially when you're using two different size stones in your bow tie setting. It is too quiet, Iris. And since this is a tutorial, we'll use music that is not copyrighted. Thank you to the kind person who made this music open source. Yeah, I have whatever this is downloaded already. It's probably a horrible choice of music, but I also need some sort of something. It's pretty similar to what I have playing on my little speaker at the market. Now I'm really curious as to what the good Miss Tate meant when she said VOI. Violation of information. Am I breaking copyright by making a tutorial? Oh. Hmm. Well, yeah. Good for him. It's probably gonna sound crazy, but like I'm of I've really stopped listening to lyric music in the last year. I couldn't really give you a good reason as to why. Um, and then to make it even slightly better, I just never liked rap. Mac Lethal was good. I wonder what ever happened to him. God, I'm old. You know, I used to give people a shot. It's just like I said, I just stopped listening to lyric music. Which is funny because the year before it really got me through, like before COVID, it got me through some of the hardest times in my life. And then COVID hit, and yeah. Do you remember Pancakes? The song Pancakes? It was really what made me think, hey, this guy's slightly impressive just because he was up like stupid late in the morning, half drunk, and did this song. Yeah. Mac Lethal. He was a boss. All right. I've almost got this fully done. And see, when I do these type of pendants in sterling silver, and then people are like, well, why are you charging $250 for it? It's like, I'm kind of with Yvonne on this now. Listen, if you don't want to pay for the making of the pendant, I totally understand. I've put up a free tutorial that teaches you how to make it. And for materials, you can go on to Etsy and get your, well, good luck getting the purple labradorite. But wow. Wow, Iris. A muffin? You know, memes like used to be funny, and now I don't know. Memes took over and became a culture thing for a lot of people, and uh, don't yeah, no. I've got to turn on my fan. My heater is turned on, and it's going to turn my basement into the outer layer of hell. I'll have to check it out. Probably while I'm not live streaming, but oh god, sorry about that. Stupid fucking hip. Oh, fuck. Please excuse me for a second, slightly longer than I planned. You know, it's kind of weird when you live in Montana and it's like 200 degrees in your basement, but then you step outside and you're in a different plane of hell. Oh, God. That was bad. Okay, so back to where we are. I've got the last part of the bow tie. You can kind of see how these hold things together. Now, most of the time I use these for circular stones. And you can go, there's a big difference in what you can do. Like, these are all over 3 carats piece on this particular frame. Ain't that? This is gonna be dope, huh? Anyway, but yeah, the bow tie setting is really versatile. Like even for you, Iris, you could take faceted gemstones and you could use them in your crowns with this sort of a setting. And here we go. I'm just doing the folding over part now. Just gotta make sure that that stone stays somewhat centered in there. It's a good question. Use really big rocks. Maybe. Like, I think if you break into the 10 character club or the 15 to 20 carat club, heck, these are 4 to 8s. Like those are 4s and that's an 8. That's a 19. I think that's like 18. You probably do it. Yeah. Oh, but Iris, you don't think that a beautiful pink gemstone the size of your thumbnail or a blue gemstone Did you run across my work on Reddit? I don't do much in Gemstones itself, but I do have a couple posts in Gemstones. And Gemstone lovers. Because, after I completed this thing, I was pretty proud of myself. Oh, right on, Iris. Thank you. That's how to do it. So, now back to the tutorial. Sorry for the bit of ADHD there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bend that down, and we're gonna bend this down. We're also going to take and bend these in towards each other. Then I'm going to tighten that a little bit. Okay. Cut this. Cut the part where I bent it. I'm going to do that training bend that Vaughn talks about. Ooh, I'm going to have to go check it out. Cool. Excited, Iris. I've wanted to see your work for a minute now. Okay. Now, I'm going to fasten this part on. I'm doing that by wrapping them both to the same side. And that's because the other one is going to have a surprise to it. So, Now, I'm going to get a little bit more out of that. By wrap it once. I'm going to wrap it around a second time. I'm going to put my camera back in frame. And I'm out of frame again because I suck at... Oh, yeah, now my camera won't even stay straight. God, I suck at this game. Again. And then I'm going to come up underneath to the other side. I'm going to find a way to secure this around. Up. Below. Like glow in the dark pink. Oh. I'm going to leave it like that. But you can see underneath, we have this structure here. 2 wires. You can make it 1 wire too. You can make it thicker. We're going to take this hanging wire here. And we're going to start a real pain in the butt process where we're going to wrap it around the wires that we secured at the bottom. That's cool. Right on, Iris. And then we're going to shove this wire underneath one of these gemstones. Like, I'm trying to get my finger out of the way. We're going to shove it through. Be one side, both sides, it doesn't matter. We're just going to start shoving it back and forth, and we're going to tie it, and it's going to become a tangled wreck. This is a really monotonous part, guys. But I am going to leave it on so y'all can just kind of see it and see how monotonous this is while I chat with Iris and about the wonderful world of wire wrapping and crowns and flowers and gemstones. We might even talk about puppies and unicorns if we can. Uh, and you're welcome to skip ahead to later parts if you like. Actually, I'm not even 100% sure that there will be a later part in this tutorial because this can take a minute. I might just sit here and BS with Iris for the rest of the live stream. I might not. It depends. Like, if this live stream has another 20-30 minutes left, I may have gotten done with this and moved on. If this live stream has another hour and a half, there's more work. Iris, this is the most aggravating part of doing these. And it's actually not completely necessary. This bar underneath just really stabilizes it. And for like these, I think it is kind of necessary. Fairy circles? Can you explain to a poorly educated fellow what a fairy circle might be? Oh, okay. How are you gonna make those glow in the dark without damaging them? Wait, are you in England, Iris? I mean, it would explain why you're totally like always on, since I'm always doing these at like stupid times. Right on. To those still watching this tutorial, sometimes you gotta like cut your tip off, but just the tip, and then you want to like flatten it out, and again, just flatten the tip out so that it'll fit in the little slim little space between uh, the gemstone and I'm not familiar with that book. Between the gemstone and the wire. Christian fairy tales. I feel like that. Well, never mind. No comment. No matter which way I take that is going to possibly be offensive to somebody, and I don't want to offend anybody. I just want everybody to be friends and get along, love each other, and love the world. Especially love the world. Remember any of the fairy tales, Iris? Ugly Duckling. Okay, maybe I remember this. That's actually one I did read as a kid, so perhaps I had that book. Jesus, and here I am still doing this. Gotten one rock done so far. Now. Hey, Iris. Did you see the working beginnings of this thing yet? Like, ain't this thing dope? The reason that's glowing solid white right now is because it's an opal that is so freaking, like, amazing. Where they at? I have them in here. This is a pair of black ones that are like it. Wrapping break. Let's look at pretty rocks. Let's see here. Crap. Vask.tech. Sup, Jody? How are you today? Welcome to my live stream, where we play with pretty rocks and metal. But yeah, these opals are dope. That's a lot. So what do you think Vask.tech is about. Should I just ban that person? Jody, say hi, please. What's up? Introduce yourself, or start acting like a troll. Whatever. Just tell me if I should ban you or not. Oh yeah, no, those black opals are dope. Inside that mystical, magical ball that I'm making a sterling pendant out of is one that just glows with yeah. Yeah, I have no idea either. Check participates. I mean, Jody's still here. Maybe Jody's just watching the beginning or something. And so trying to figure out WTF is going on. I'll give Jody a bit. Hey, Iris. Are you still there? Oh, I just noticed that the thumbs up that I had disappeared, and then all my participants, the counter went to 0, but I see that the three of us are still here. So, kinda tripping on what's going on with the stats right now. I'm wondering if I should be banning somebody. Not you, of course. Oh, well, apparently not. They gone. Maybe. I just get all weirded out when somebody types something random into chat because it should be theoretically a way to affect a database. So, and it was the second person to come in, say something weird, and then not talk anymore. I get paranoid real quick. I used to do some really shady stuff on as a like 13 and 14-year old, I used to be part of this group. It was called the Dark Clan. Um, it was one of the progenitors to gaming clans. Like before we had Call of Duty, or before even the Xbox existed. Um, when Microsoft was running on Microsoft Zone or MSN Zone, which was their precursor to Xbox Live. And we used to hack the hell out of Xbox or my MSN Zone until like one day we had taken control using some shifty methods of the chat functions, and then kicked out all the moderators and banned them, and then the guy who was running the entire site showed up and we banned him from the site. And he must have went into the board meeting because his answer to it was to sack his own job and get transferred somewhere else and just get rid of all the chat functions so we could no longer have an effect as, teenagers having stupid fun like teenagers sometimes do. Yeah, his idea was just remove our entire motivation to hack things and show off to an audience of zero. God, that was so long ago. That was 20 years ago now. Things have changed so much. And so much hasn't changed. Like, I would have never guessed the changes that have happened, and all of the things that I was like hopeful were going to change. No, they're just the same. Yeah, my teens were interesting. I then joined like a really serious hacking group after that. I was part of the group of people that when Google played their little April Fool's Day joke of releasing the world's first sentient AI, I think it was like 2007, 2008, 2009, something like that. We like freaked out and just started trying to hack them, the power grid. And we're talking like hackers in Russia and China and like all over the world. They're just like, nope, fuck that, kill it with fire. Yeah, my teens were in no way, shape, or form average or boring. When I was 13, I stood up off of a couch one day and my leg broke. That was kind of the beginning of the end for me. The time I was 17, doctors were prescribing me so much morphine. And I had a medical marijuana card. Had been growing it for some time at that point. Had been living on my own since I was like 14, basically. I'm still securing this, but now I've got the second piece done. Oh my god. And I want to get more than just these two things finished tonight, and I've already got an hour and a half into this. I seriously might have to like put this down and start another live stream and work on my other pendant. I watched a lot of anime too. Permanent damage or something, Iris? Wait. Iris, you had a baseball bat and you were in a tree. This brings up so many questions. Okay, I'm going to get the 32 gauge out. I was using 30 for this, but I want this to go faster. God damn, this is going slow. Where were you? Like, were you in a big city or something? I mean, I kind of grew up in Vegas, so I can understand that, but then I moved out here to Montucky. Montucky, where the women are women and the sheep are afraid. But yeah, like, don't have to worry about things getting stolen when you're out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. time permanent damage happened. Yeah, I live at the gates of Yellowstone, but I mean, I didn't have to worry about much. So holy crap, I've got a second thumbs up. Somebody lost their damn mind. We're getting there. I've only got one more of these things to do. And then I can start the other bow tie setting, which I'll have to do this whole process over again. Mind you, this is part 2 of 2. Anybody who's managed to watch this far into this video, if you're like just watching just to see what's involved, you should really give trying to make one of these a shot. If you got the patience to watch this far, I mean, why spend $250 on one of these when you can just make it? Yeah, I literally stood up off the couch, Iris, and my leg just broke. The ball snapped clean off of the femur. And then it stayed lodged in the pelvis for a year before a doctor finally figured out why I was in excruciating pain the whole time. Doctors are amazing like that. There we go. It's like doing some stitches on a wild pixie centaur, you see. I see that I have run to the end of my playlist too. But maybe you're struggling to walk because of your back? It's amazing how injuries like that can come back to bite us. Yeah, it took them a year for me, and then they finally figured out what was wrong and sewed my leg or bolted my hip back together sideways. that did not help things. I'm gonna risk some. I can't. I can't risk it. Darn it. I would not advise surgery unless it's necessary, personally. Now, what is necessary and what isn't is, really between you and your doctors. And in the end, it's really up to you. Like, I've had people try to force hip replacements on me who aren't doctors, and I've continuously stood my ground on that one. Like, yeah, because last time went so freaking great. I'll be lucky if I can walk ever again if I give him a second chance at it. That's probably a little irrational of me. I don't have to be completely rational. I mean, I'm not a medical professional, so I cannot really state whether there's any validity to that claim or, you know, if we're just paranoid. I just know that, like, I wouldn't be getting no, like, surgeries just for the fun of it, that's for sure. As people who get plastic surgery are, like, super brave. I wouldn't do that just because I want to make myself stay pretty for longer or something. Don't get me wrong, I've lost a lot of the beauty I once had, so I've had some pretty extreme thoughts on methods of retaining it from good old Breaking Bad, seeing if this QAnon thing about how Democrats keep their youth by something about satanic rituals or something. I mean, well, can't hurt to give it a try now, can it? It's really horrible to say. I'm such a horrible person, though. Okay. Alright, I can no longer find a hole to slide the tip through, so I'm calling it good. We're gonna tie this off, cut it, and we're gonna start the next bow tie setting. So much for my dreams of getting this thing finished in a 2-part tutorial, though. Yeah, well, Iris, to be fair, I have very legitimate reasons to be concerned with public image. And therefore, I keep what I say very, very tamed. Because I want to be a good boy. Maybe then mommy will love me. I shouldn't say that. Mom probably pretty sure loves me and all. Boom. Now we have part 2 done. Yeah, I was really hoping, and it's going to have more than 3 pieces, because it'll have this, and it'll have up here. Again, I have reasons why I have to maintain the best public reputation that I possibly can. Oh yeah, no, this pendant's gonna be really cool when it's done. And we should have it done by the year 2052, everybody. I figure we'll do a live stream every couple of days, and by the year 2052, we'll be done with it. Although, on the idea of like a year-long live stream tutorial, I'm thinking of possibly doing the most intense wire wrap project that I've seen anybody do, and do a start to finish like tutorial on it. It will be a tabletop piece, and I'm trying to decide if it's going to be sterling silver or not. But it's going to be for, and I'm not positive that I'm going to do this because like it's going to take forever. But what am I sitting on now? My vape. But I want to make a stand for this tabletop universe. I wish the camera could like pick up. There we go. Look at that opal. Ain't that like 50 shades of freaking just super sexy, amazing gorgeousness? Yeah. Tabletop creation. And then maybe auction it off at the end of the first year if I can get enough viewers. But I'm talking like making a full construct. And I don't want to do it out of sterling silver because it'll be like $1,000 in just scrap prices. I know. God, look at. Oh, it's the guy that I get my marbles from. Anyway, now that we've had a little bit of fun, we're back to wrapping. So, we bend wire. Then, we wrap this. Congratulations, guys. You've either skipped through a bunch of tedious BS or we're back to square one. And We're wrapping 3 more marquees. It's gonna be huge. Like, it's gonna be a large tabletop wrap. I really think it could take a year. It wouldn't be the first wrap that I've done that's got more than 100 hours into it. It does look pretty cool. I'm thinking like some freaking Stargate looking contraption thingy bobber that sits on your table, but that also makes sure to play on the optical illusions, because like I've got another pendant made by the same guy, and if you set it, or well, the marble is, I made the pendant, but if you set the thing flat, it looks like it's a hole. Like, I've actually put it into a pendant. It makes it look like there's a hole going into your chest. Hey, Iris. Can you do me a solid and look up what that whole VOI means? If it's just some people, some bots randomly talking, or if like there's something actually to that I might want to know about, with that being the second thing to drop it. In the chat, I don't know if you're on live or top chat, but 2 people have come in and said VOI period FYI, and I get what FYI means, but I'm wondering what the whole VOI is supposed to mean. and my hands are really full, so I figured I'd ask someone in chat who's responsive if they might be able to tell me what VOI means via possibly looking it up on the greatest search engine ever devised by mankind. Ah, so it's not any sort of acronym for YouTubers then? I'm going to do the worst thing somebody can do. Boom. I've done it. I've created the loop of destiny. Ha 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 ha. Okay. I wonder why those people are saying VOI then. God dang it. That is pretty odd, I concur. Iris, I do believe that you are somewhat behind, lagging somehow. By a little bit. Yeah, I think there's something more nefarious going on. But then again, I'm a paranoid kook, so of course I would immediately shoot to there's something nefarious going on. That checks out. It seemed like it. All right, and we are on to the last gemstone in this bow tie setting. And then we get the deja vu fun part of getting the setting to connect to the wonderful, wonderful frame. Now, oh yeah, that is nice. I use a computer, so we are good. That's interesting. All right, let's set this garnet. Oh man. Oh, you motherfucker. I dropped a gemstone. All right, so for those of you who have been paying attention since the beginning, you will know that I pulled out my handy dandy thing of marquees. This was for two reasons. Reason one, in case I decided that I needed more than three on each side. Minecraft, huh? I killed myself out on Minecraft before I started wire wrapping. That was literally during the beginning parts of the pandemic. I was stuck in a place where I had no internet at all, literally, like zero. Uh, no cell phone, nothing. And all I had was Minecraft. The original Xbox Minecraft with no updates. And it was fucking horrible. Wanted to kill myself sometimes. Because I played and I played and I built a city in like not creative mode. It was bad. And then I got out of that predicament. And someone dropped me off a box of wire. And I had internet. And I ran across the Dragon Eye tutorial. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking make that. About 5 months later, I made one. Pretty good one, too. Like, I'm still proud of that first Dragon Eye. Fun fact. Yeah, that's the thing, Iris. Like, on unupdated Xbox 360 Minecraft, you don't have any of that. There are no farmers. It's it's you and your cow and a dog if you're freaking lucky. It's bullshit. What it is. Fun fact. Did you know? The garnet is one of the harder gemstones. Mmm. That's not gonna work. Okay, so I'm not liking that. Oh, okay. You would base out a mob spawner, huh? That's dope. I never thought of that. Yeah, I built my city on top of the, like, not where I first landed, but nearby. I basically found a mountain nearby where I and decided I was going mining there because I hate doing mining underneath desert, and I spawned in a desert. I also hate like the oak laden areas too. Yeah, mining under those isn't always the best because I don't like all the caves they have right up top. I prefer the caves deeper. Yeah, I did mine in survival too. I had some like 1,300 hours into that world or something, and that was in several months. By the time that I was given freedom to choose what I was going to do, and I was like, F this, I'll do something that I can end up making money at. And now here I am. Okay, so we have these. We're going to do that little nifty thing where I kind of curve them again. We're going to see how well it's gonna fit. It's gonna fit great. Now the key to this is gonna be to get it to fit at about roughly the same distance. Oh, that's nice. I mean, to a point. I don't know. Basic Minecraft is really crappy because, like, what are you gonna really do with spiders? Or even skeletons? With the unupgraded, yeah, Minecraft just, oh, it was horrible. I'm lucky I survived that. It could have killed me. Being that bored, totally could have killed me. Ooh, nether portals. That was like the only challenging part of the game was the nether. And only because it had glowstone. Otherwise, I wouldn't have even cared. And the stuff that the gas dropped. And I never really figured out what I could do with that because I didn't have internet. Okay, come on now. Almost there. Come on. Keep yourself up nice and tight. A generator for cobblestone? What do you even need that for? Not that, like, and see again, no generators. It would have been nice. I mined all mine. I had obsidian towers that, like, touched the sky because I would literally go down, mine a layer of obsidian, dump a bucket of water, pick the bucket of water back up, or mine the layer of obsidian, do it again. Oh, I have no idea. I got freed. I checked out Minecraft for like 10 minutes maybe, and I was like, F this, I'm gonna go do something like worth my time. And discovered wire wrapping. And I must say, I have not been disappointed since. Wire wrapping is like Minecraft, but better. But metal. Nether hub. I don't even. Again, this is like the last Minecraft I played was pretty much like 1.2 or 1.02. Like it was back. I and I can't bring myself to. I've got Minecraft on my computer right now. I can't bring myself to turn it on. What's the point? What is the point? It's got better graphics, that's for sure. You should like the original Minecraft graphics were such shit. Absolute shit. Excuse my language to anyone watching. By the way, this is where we're at. And we're just doing the same thing as the last time where we're attaching it so we got the bars underneath. That's neat. You can have a safe place in the nether just by building a well lit base next to your portal. Oh, I'm just saying, like, the original Minecraft was the texture was just shit. And then, like, my first portal to the nether spawns literally in the middle of it's just a circle, and nether stone is around me everywhere. So I start digging a spiral going up. No, down first. Down, and I hit the stone real quick. So I started going up, and lava starts pouring down my thing. Really pissed me off. All right, and that is just too thin or too short. So I'm gonna just tie off, and we're gonna get one tied in real quick here. It is 1:35 my time. So I'm I'm hoping I can get this situated down and maybe add one more part before I have to call it a night. Because tomorrow I have a final to take. VASF.tech. Why, thank you, Eleanor. I really appreciate you guys and your random bullshit that you are coming into my chat to type. We vastly appreciate it. Thank you for dropping by. Report. Uh, don't even know what to call it. Pornographic. Done. I don't know. Just spam. Fuck. Okay, cool. We're going back up. And where is it? Hello, VOI chick. Guess what? Report. Spam. Boom. And oh hey, Vask.tech again. Report. Spam. I almost clicked like sexually explicit. Alexis Tate. I feel like I know Miss Tate. Report. Thank you. Oh, Iris, I know. Lava pisses me off. It's actually why I started carrying a bucket of water on me at all times. The one time that really pissed me off, though, was I drowned with the bucket of water or burned up with the bucket of water. And then, I just ended up after that getting the making sure I had fire retardant wear on me at all times, too. All right, so we are going to pull out about a foot of 30 gauge. Now, a foot is a bit of excessive if you start at one end and go to the other. So here's a trick for doing this. And that's to start in the middle. You find yourself a hole on the middle stone and you pop it through there. And I probably should have remembered this on the first strip, but yeah. No one's ever going to watch it to this point. Iris, this doesn't count for you because you're here. But I want to see something. If you are watching this, please message me on Etsy. celestialreach.etsy.com for a free wire wrapped product. If you have watched this whole thing or even just make it to this point in the afterplay, please just get a hold of me. Oh yeah, no. Water won't do shit in the nether. But it will other times. This is how my live streams go. Talking about random shit while wire wrapping away. That is wire wrap for you. Okay, so we're going to go one direction with one piece of the wire and the other direction with the other. As you work with the wire, it will get work hardened. So be very careful with it. The thinner the wire, the more brittle it will get, and the quicker it will work harden. Remember that trick of just squishing the tip and just the tip, because it makes it really brittle, but you can get that tip through so much easier. Get it through that slit right between the stone and the wire. So much easier if you have smashed down just the tip. Oh, What? No, 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 no. You can't do that. There we go. That checks out. Iris, you're a gaming nerd, huh? Nothing wrong with being a gaming nerd. I used to play Halo. Like, I was a giant Halo clan, and RuneScape. No one probably remembers RuneScape anymore, though. And Microsoft MSN's own chess rooms. See, the cool part about Minecraft was the computer add-ons, in my opinion. For instance, there is one add-on that gives you the ability to make particle accelerators or a fission reactor and stuff, like theoretical fission reactors and stuff. And I've always thought that those were really cool. Those are like Minecraft's redeeming traits. Have you? Oh my god! I mean, it's not RuneScape, Iris. RuneScape's not like EverQuest. I could understand you never have seen EverQuest before. EverQuest was, yeah. Best EverQuest was a side vert game that they made was for PlayStation 2. It's called Champions of Norath. It was dope. So awesome. I've always wished they would make a sequel to that game. I would possibly buy a console to play the sequel to that game if they ever, yeah. But I doubt it. I mean, I doubt they have. Heck, just because I'm interested. Wait, what? EverQuest is still a thing? Oh, yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, EverQuest is like the original MMO. I am actually shocked to see its EverQuest is a 3D fantasy themed MMO RPG originally developed by Variant Interactive and 989 Studios for Windows PC. It was released on Sony Online Entertainment in March of 1999 in North America. Holy shit. I can't believe it's still a thing. The game surpassed early subscription expectations and increased in popularity for many years after its release. It is now considered one of the greatest video games ever made. It's received numerous awards. While dozens of similar games have come and gone over the years, still endures as a viable commercial enterprise with new expansions being released on a regular basis. Over 20 years after its initial launch, it has spawned a number of spin-off media, including and EverQuest 2, which yeah, it's what originally like the idea of addiction to an MMO originally was because of that. There were organized protests and such. Uh, there was a freaking sequel to Champions of Norath. I gotta go buy a PlayStation 2 to play that. Or just get a freaking, yeah, torrent or emulator. Are emulators legal? I wonder for things like that, where you just cannot get the game anymore. I'm gonna have to write Sony and be like, listen, I really want to play this game. I cannot find a PlayStation 2 nor the game. I ain't got time for no video games. I got wire wrapping and shit to do. We all know I ain't playing no video games. Between college and video and wire wrapping, I ain't got no time for video games. What? Play video games? Yeah, I don't know how people play video games either. I played Minecraft because I literally had nothing better to do with my life. Um, I mean, yeah, when you're not able to like go anywhere because of the pandemic and you have no internet connection, no money, nothing, and all you have is an Xbox and a stack of video games, well, you make it work. But as soon as I had internet and some wire in hand, it was over. I haven't like picked up my Minecraft controller since. I even gave the Xbox to a roommate because I just knew I was never going to use the damn thing again. Like I knew it was done. I'm really glad too, because yeah, I'm on my way. Ooh, Iris, do you wanna sneak peek at a coming project that like since there's no way anyone's going to watch this far in, but you can't like go tell the media or anything what we're planning to do here at Celestial Reach because I don't want anybody to like try and copy and beat me to it. So, you know how there's all those like jewelry designers and you'll see people make animals all the time, especially wire wrappers. Like you see wire wrappers do it a bunch. You get butterflies and dragonflies, and eventually, once in a while, you'll get like some really good wire wrappers who will do like dragons. Or I saw one guy who he wasn't strictly a wire wrapper, but he did a unicorn for a friend of mine. I was actually kind of jealous because I couldn't have done as good of a unicorn. And but there's one thing, like I've even looked it up to see if like someone's done it, and I'm not finding it. In jewelry, what is the most famous like animal jewelry piece? Do you know? Yeah, exactly. Spiders, scorpions. I think you're lagging again. Do you know what the most like famous and iconic for wire wrapping, a butterfly is definitely it. But when it comes to like mainstream jewelry, it was actually done by Cartier. And it was Le Panther. I'm going to do a panther. You can go ahead and laugh now. I mean, I'm seriously going to do a panther, but I wouldn't blame you for laughing at me about it. Well, and see, my dream is to like take Cold Connect to a new level that you don't see very often. And it's why like I've done all the Alexandrite pieces lately. Did you see my solid gold diamond piece? No, you probably didn't see that, did you? Because I didn't do it before the last live stream. Like, I like doing this stuff. No, I just realized that I think I did it Monday. I started a new line this last week. I've been calling it my mini pendant luxe edition because I did that one that sold for a stupid amount. Let's see here, let me grab some of my expensive ones. Where are they? Lux. Oh my god. I dropped a half a carat emerald on the ground and I can't find the freaking thing. After the live stream, I'm going to be tearing the ground apart. So, okay, we have color change sapphire. We have tanzanite and blue topaz. This is actually an old one, amethyst and tanzanite, but it looks pretty cool still. We have a lab-grown alexandrite. We have a pink tourmaline that's also competition cut. Um, what the hell? We have the emerald, got gold. We have my two remaining tanzanite pieces. The big one sold. Thank you. I thought it was too. The natural alexandrite. And my solid gold piece, which I think I'm pardonably proud of. Like, how many wire wrappers have made it to the point where they've made a solid gold and diamond? And unfortunately, the diamond being a half carat does have its inclusion, but still, I mean, it's a fucking gorgeous one. Oddly enough, I'm not sure. I feel like the alexandrite one might be worth more. No, it can't be. There's like $350, $400 in solid gold there. Like scrap. Thank you. I'm gonna find that fucking emerald before I go to bed. Sorry. Losing that emerald pissed me off. It was a perfectly clear emerald. Even though it's only half a carat, it's the best emerald I have by far. It's pretty noticeable. There's definitely a black spot. It's right under the table, so I can't get away with even saying it's eye clean because it's just not. But it's still, I mean, it's a half a carat diamond. That in itself is worth a couple $100. To do that little mini pendant, yeah, it's worth some money. I just uploaded on my Etsy a bunch of pieces today. I listed 13 pieces that I didn't have previously listed on my Etsy. I'm definitely. I was mixed because I I didn't know if I wanted to do that or take one of the pieces of what I suspect is natural alexandrite, which so the GIA to get paperwork on one of these things wants $70 freaking dollars. If it turns out to be lab grown and I'm wrong, I basically lose, like, that stone is now worth negative money. There is no way it will be, it's worth, like, it's nearly, if it's lab grown, it's worth like $30 maybe. So if I send it into the GIA and it turns out to be lab grown, I'm screwed. and I'm afraid to take that risk. But I'm going to if I have a good Christmas, or I don't know, maybe next semester. We'll see. But I didn't want to like risk putting one of those in there and then have the patron come back and be like, "Hey, you sold me a lab grown Alexandrite that you said was natural. I know that I'm pretty sure that diamond's natural. I've never seen a lab grown diamond with an inclusion like that before." I wish I could just spot like an inclusion in one of those, and I've spent hours looking at this point. 'Cause if I can spot an inclusion that I can definitively be like, "Yep, that is not a lab grown inclusion." I'm pretty sure that's what it is too, right there. That's totally the type. Where the hell? Ah, and this damn thing. Mother fucking pain in the ass. It's such a pain in the ass sometimes, I swear. Oh, you bastard. Squishing just the tip again. Pain in the ass about doing this type of a setting is you want to like literally just keep shoving wire through the gap until you cannot fit the wire through anywhere anymore. And that's when you know that stone ain't going nowhere. But yeah, that natural alexandrite that I'm afraid to use, if it's real, it's worth like $1,200 a rock, and I've got two of them. Well, I'm gonna say one of them's worth more like 600, and the other is worth a butt ton. Because the other one's like perfect. And like, I'm sure you can tell, Iris, that like one of those right now is showing kind of green. The other's got blue and green in it. I've got both lights kind of equal right now. But here's like that sucker turns green. I've never seen the so-called the lab grown. I mean, a lab grown, when you hit it with this light, does something else that's kind of interesting. It turns red. It will fluoresce. Although I will say I've got that round that I just got, and it turns a bit green. The greenest I've ever seen one of those turn, actually. Might have to compare those two. Might give me a little bit of information. I think I finally got this puppy stuffed enough. It's hard to say. God, I need a Randy so bad. Yeah, that's actually a new one that I got. See, well, I don't know. I'm going to compare those. See what their colors does. It's the nice thing about having several different types of lab-grown alexandrite and natural alexandrite. Problem is, it doesn't really match either of the two that I have had, but it does kind of look like Brazilian so-called alexandrite. Be nice to know if that thing's lab grown before sending it in, just that way I'm not wasting $70. If it's natural, it's worth sending it in. Hi, Emma. Oh, whoops, I reported you for sexually explicit material. Sorry, Emma. My bad. Stop spamming my fucking chat. Huh, it's 2 a.m. We let our hair down. Okay, boom. We have this part completed. Now, we got that. What do we want to do with You see, it takes a lot for me to ignore now that I've made that discovery and not be like, ooh, let's break out my mini microscope and look at it. This is why I think I should just go to school to become a gemologist at this point. Okay, there we go. A little more space now. Grab me a piece of half round of one size or another. Thinking that'll do. It's a little anemic. What is this? 14 gauge? That's 14 gauge that I got. That's 16. Those are both 16. I don't got a bunch of 14 gauge, do I? That's also 16 gauge. Holy shit, I got a lot of 16 gauge. What's that random piece that I pulled out? Where did that go? Drop a giant chunk of sterling silver somewhere? 16 gauge is still, yeah, it's in there. I got it. 12 gauge. Fourteen. Man, these piece 14 gauge. Cut piece 14 gauge. So if you've been hanging out this long, you get one special treat. Real quick, we're gonna put ourselves another piece of 14 gauge What we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap it so it's gonna go around the piece. And then I could have it like go up all the. Nah, we'll figure that out later. If I don't got I don't know that I got later. Well, I mean, I do need. Such a pain in the ass. And success. All right, well. For now, this is what our pendant is looking like. Now, I know you're probably thinking it's looking pathetic and that it might be, but it's going to turn out. So, make sure to tune in next time for part 3. Dear God, 5 hours in, and there's going to be a fucking part 3 to this nightmare. Iris, thank you for staying up with me till 1:30 in the morning. You are amazing. God, I need someone like you, like, hanging out at my place just to, like, take care of the stupid stuff that I don't want to do and then go off and make your flowers. It's too bad we don't live in the, like, same city. Yeah, no, it's gonna look really cool when I'm done. There's gonna be a lot of empty space. The bale will be up here, and I have a feeling those two pieces aren't going to exist by that point. We'll get rid of that, and so these will hold it. Yeah, no shit. I can tell you're super excited. Thank you for hanging out with me, Iris. I appreciate you so much. You have been like my most loyal fan. Yay, part fucking 3. Here on the crafting network that we do things like curse. Because this is not the crafting network for your kids. Oh, God. Yeah, it was cool hanging out with you. You have yourself a great night, Iris. And, shit. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. I can't guarantee that. Yeah, I will be doing a live stream. It'll possibly be short because I am in finals, but especially depending on how late Vaughn holds hers. Like, that could have a major effect of one kind or another. It's just impossible to say. Yeah, no, this thing's gonna look dope when it's done. Especially with those like 3 spikes on the sides. And they're solid. Like, those things don't look like they're solidly in there, but that's why we spent 3 hours like putting a bunch of wire underneath them so they'd be solid. Anyway, have a good night, Iris. We'll talk tomorrow one way or the other.